Rap Sheet checking out his phone. People texting you right now? What are they texting you right now?
They want to know what's going on with the 49ers receivers and who's going early tonight.
Okay, so let's jump in first on the Falcons.
Okay.
And because you were telling all of us for the last few days, Penix Jr. is in play at 8. And then it's the Falcons pick, and they get in my ear saying, let's go to Ian. And I say, all right, Ian. And you're like, I'm telling you guys, like one last time, Michael Penix Jr. is, I think you said, very much in play for the 8th overall pick in the draft.
You hear so many rumors leading up to the draft, and this one would just not go away. And I had heard that they took a trip. Look, if you're going to do a fake out, right, then it's a long fake out to go from Atlanta to Washington. Like, I don't know if you can get further. Right. So they went and met with him and did the whole thing.
But he never visited top 30 there? Is that
never visited? But I don't know why you would. Like, if you're going to go out and meet with him, like that's enough, right?
Okay.
And then there's always the fear that like someone finds out about the top 30, they go, oh, maybe the Falcons take him, and then it's like someone trades up over them. So like you got to do your homework, but you have to be careful that someone doesn't jump you, right? Like.
Right.
So anyway, so I hear this rumor. I talk to some people. I'm like, all right, I'll say it on the pregame show, and I felt good about it. But God, you just never know. Like, is someone really going to do it? And then I got another call, kind of further explaining why Penix makes sense right before the pick, and I'm like, oh my God, it has to be him.
So why does it make sense? Make sense of it.
It makes sense because there's nothing more important than the quarterback, and. Like, could they have taken an edge rusher who I think would have been Dallas Turner? Yeah. They could have taken Byron Murphy? Yes. Very important players. Nothing's as important as a quarterback.
But didn't they just already fill that need?
Yeah. Yeah.
With a very enriching contract for a veteran that brings a certain sense of excellence to their franchise?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think here's how I see it.
Okay.
Kirk Cousins made them whole and normal. They have a good roster. He is a legitimate starting quarterback. Wherever you think he ranks, like 10th or 15th or I have no idea, wherever people think Kirk Cousins is, okay? Legitimate, good starting quarterback, makes him a good team, makes him a playoff contender. That is basically a 2-year proposition, okay? It's a 4-year contract, but guaranteed money is 2 years. So then it's like, if you can make sure... And this was a battle for them to replace Matt Ryan with someone who's good and capable. And it cost them $100 million at least. So if you can say for, not this year, not next year, you have a very good backup for the next couple of years, fine. And if something happens, you have a starter. But let's say from 2 years from now till 12 years from now, you're done. You got a guy. You don't have to worry about it. You're just good. To me, that's worth everything. It's the same argument I would make with the Packers when people would be like they needed a weapon. Why would they take a quarterback? I'm like, nothing matters if you don't have a quarterback. So I understand the pick. I like the pick. Might it help them 0 this year? It might. Best case scenario, it helps them 0 this year. That is okay.
The thing I just don't understand is that when you sign a quarterback for a 4-year deal, even if it's 2 years of real money, fine, you do that, then you've taken care of business for your quarterback position to try and win a Super Bowl right here and right now. Nobody, when he was signed, was saying, well, but what about 2027? What about 2028? That's not the way you do things in the NFL. If you want to win right here and right now, you're not worrying about that. Like, that would have been like the Jets taking J.J. McCarthy at 10. Actually, where Aaron Rodgers is, 2 years to go, 3 years to go, coming off an Achilles, just like Kirk Cousins. We need to get somebody at 10 right now who's going to be playing for the next, 12 years.
I like the argument.
And that, to me, I even said that from this, and I want J.J. McCarthy to play for my team for the rest of my life based on what just happened this past year. And I thought that made no sense.
I think it makes sense. I would not. I don't.
You would have taken J.J. McCarthy if Rodgers coming back. He's Achilles heel. He's rehabbing. Thanks for coming back, Aaron. Here's a kid who's going to take your job, and that's what Atlanta just did.
By the way, first Cousins. Green Bay did that, and he won back-to-back MVPs.
Well, right. So there's always the chance that Jets didn't do it, obviously, but there's always the chance that Rodgers gives them the finger, as he did in Green Bay, and goes, "Cool, you take that guy, great. He'll sit, he'll watch me. I'm going to be an MVP." I actually thought Kirk Cousins might kind of do the same thing. You want to take that guy? Let's have him watch me for 2 years. Like the Rodgers reaction, which was, the ultimate double bird, probably made him a better player. Maybe this makes Cousins a better player. But here's the other thing. I don't care about any of that because the Packers are set up for the next 10 years now. And I don't know where the Jets had J.J. McCarthy, and I don't really get the sense they seriously considered him or Penix or any of the other guys. But I don't hate the argument because think about what it cost to get Rodgers. Second-round pick, a ton of money.
What a head scratcher. I hear you, and I totally know what it's like roster building and money-wise, and the back end of the contract, $6.8 million over the last 2 years, leading into a fifth-year option for a starting quarterback in the NFL.
That's pretty good.
That is chump change. I mean, and Michael Penix Jr. is no chump, but all right, we'll see.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.